I've been thinking about a horrible thing. A thing so horrible I don't even like to think about it. But I've been thinking about it so much that I thought I might as well talk about it, and that's power. Power is the most dangerous and addictive drug on the face of the planet. Power. What is power? It's a very deep and complicated subject, so I can't really cover it completely. I can try to summarize it. What is it basically? Power is basically the ability to effect your will onto the world. So your will is in your own mind. You think your thoughts, you think whatever you want. In your imagination, you can do whatever you want. But the trick is getting things out of your mind and having them actually happen in the real world. And the ability to do that is called power. The first level of power is to have control over yourself. If somebody's telling you what to do, then you don't get to exercise of the will of your own mind. Instead, you have to do what the other person told you to do. And a lot of people find themselves in that situation. In fact, power kind of has this trait where only one person gets power over a person. That might be the person themselves, or it might be someone else. It might be their boss. It might be their government. It might be their boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse. Or you might have power over yourself. Having power over yourself means that what you want to do, you can do. And another word for that is freedom. Freedom. Ah, what a beautiful word. Such an important word in America. Freedom. It's just another word for power. Freedom is level 1 of power. It's the entry level of power. It's your first taste of power. You have freedom. You can do what you want. It's like the gateway drug. Freedom. It's good to have freedom. It's better to have freedom than not to have freedom. And of course, power isn't necessarily a bad thing. It can, of course, be used for terrible, terrible evil. But power can be used for good as well. If you have good things in your mind and you use power to effect those good things onto the world, that's good. So power is not always bad, but it is very, very dangerous. And that's why it has to be respected. It has to be understood and respected, just like a dangerous, like fire or a buzz saw or anything. It must be respected. It can do good things, but it can also get out of control and cause a lot of damage. So we need to not be afraid of it, but face it and understand it. And then we can use it for good effect if we can maintain control. But that's one of the things that's so difficult about power. Once you get some, it's so hard to keep control, to keep your head on your shoulders and use that power for good things. As they say, power corrupts, and it's so true. Power is different than normal drugs because normal drugs, at a certain point, you've taken as much of the drug as your body can handle. So you have the full effect. You're completely taken over by the drug and you're feeling its effects, whatever they are. And a lot of drugs, if you take it too far, you'll actually die. Like, it'll be bad for your body. It'll fail in different ways. But power is not like that. With power, there's no limit to how much you can get. The more you get, the more you want. The bigger and bigger doses you need to feel the same sense of powerfulness. And while a typical drug, usually just hurts you and, your close family members, people close to you, power can hurt lots and lots of people. Power can hurt people you don't even know, people you've never even seen, if you're not careful. Because what's the second level of power? The first level of power is freedom, having power over yourself, your own actions, being able to do things in the world, do whatever tasks you like. But the next level is having power over other people. If you move rocks from a pile from one side of the yard to the other, that task might take you an hour. But if you get 10 people all working towards that same goal, it'll take just a few minutes. So having power over other people and coordinating them all towards one purpose and one goal can make those outcomes happen much faster. And that's why it's so tempting to build power by gaining power over other people, not just yourself. And this is what basically all the institutions in the world are all about. Whether that's the school having power over the students, or governments having power over the people, corporations, businesses having power over its workers to achieve their goals. Parents is a huge one. Power, absolute power over your children. More power than should be legal, I think. You can just kind of do whatever to your kids. You can get away with so much stuff, cripple them emotionally in horrible ways. A lot of people get really messed up from the power that was wielded over them as children. And many more institutions, religions, that's power, controlling and harnessing people to achieve whatever they're trying to do. And we have power over each other in subtle ways. Your boyfriend or girlfriend, you want to influence them and have them love you or serve you in some way. And you use subtle tactics to try to influence or nudge or encourage them towards serving you, or maybe just outright manipulating them or lying to them, doing all sorts of things to get that power, that feeling that someone's doing what you want. And it's such a soothing feeling, especially for people that haven't had much power. Because everybody wants power. Everybody wants to be able to effect their will onto the world. And the more that they can do that, the better they feel. And when people have been unable to get that level of power in their own lives, maybe people have controlled them too much. Like I said before, if people have power over you, that means you have less power over yourself. So people who haven't been free, who have been controlled by all these different sort of organizations, they'll feel powerless. And so they'll overcompensate by trying to get power over other people, just like other people have had power over them. It creates these cycles of abuse, these terrible situations where people are using each other, just trying to get a morsel, just a feel, just a taste of that wonderful drug called power that they haven't been able to experience in their lives as much as they naturally should. Because if you're just a natural human being out in the wilderness trying to survive, you have a lot of power over yourself. But if you're slaving away in a society, waking up to your alarm, driving through traffic, doing what the boss tells you, you really don't have much power at that point. Or you're a child and you're going to school and you're doing every little thing your parents tell you, every minute of the day, you have no power at all. So it's not natural, that feeling of powerlessness. So of course we sort of overcompensate, and once we have the ability to grab onto some power, we take as much as we can get. We're insatiable. And it has no bounds, it has no limit. It can grow and grow. You can get more and more. Your company can get bigger. You can take over a government and take over other countries. It's crazy how out of control power can get and how many people it can hurt as you're trying to achieve your task and giving orders down the chain to a million people. Think of all the little situations that you don't even see, the little details here and there that are causing pain and harm to people. People have to repress and not do what they want to do because they're trying to follow these orders from this restrictive chain of command, all coming from you and your power thirsty orders that you just expect to get done. I mean, that's an extreme example, and very few people will ever get to that level, but just to illustrate where it can go and the sort of unbounded thirst for power that human beings have and how dangerous it can get. And there's many, many, many more things I can say about power, but it's a uncomfortable topic and a lot to digest at once. So maybe we just leave it at that, sort of the basics, and let you think about that for a bit. And I'll catch you next time.